Hey, where the dogs at, man? Let's get it rocking, man. Let's get some budget going. In chat, I'll be the first to tell y'all. Chat, you're not gonna make $1 billion if you don't budget. And that's just a fact. That's just simply a fact. If you out here raw dogging your financial life, you ain't about to make $1 billion. You ain't gonna make no $1 billion if you raw dogging your finances, chat. So while y'all love investing, y'all love trading, y'all love doing all that high-tech, high-fast, lifestyle stuff, y'all boys better learn how to budget. Y'all boys better know how to do a little 50, 30, 20 type stuff. Y'all better learn, man. If you ain't budgeting, what you doing? Anyways, boys, how you doing? Happy Wednesdays, fellas. Happy Wednesdays. Hope everybody's doing immaculately well. Let's kick off with something right. Let's be real about it. Chat, Digame, how we doing? What up, dogs? Hey, catch me up, bro. I need a what? I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I don't really have a real hobby. It's not a real problem, and I still got it. I need $1 billion. Yeah, I've been in the lab, so I'm not one you see around thinking about my goals. So what they got going on here, man? I want the whole field. Ain't no bush to beat around. I take it to the sky, so I don't ever see the ground. Wild call by, you can say I'm in the hunt now. What in the world? They love it when I touch down, flyer than a plane. Playing for the Bucks now. I'm out in BK, Steve Nash. I don't see much, man. I only see cash. You can't be mad. You need to read. Anyway, chat, there's so much going on in the world. It's crazy. There's just so much going on in the business world. It's crazy. What we got going on, boys? Let's be real about it. Like, what? What is happening in the world these days? So I applied for a credit card today, right? And I applied for a credit card, and they made me I gotta submit like my personal social security card, like picture that. And I just thought to myself, I was like, why do we live in such an archaic world where like you're required to like keep track of like little things like that? You know what I mean? It's so like I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's like I don't even know where that thing is. You know what I mean? Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. Like, I got no clue, like, what, like, I think I gotta have my grandma look for it for me. I don't know where it is. I got no freaking clue. If you do not have, please provide the following information. It's like, where am I supposed to find this stuff at? Like, chat, where am I supposed to find this stuff at? Anyways, Shredlords, what y'all been up to, man? Catch me up, bro. Happy freaking Wednesday. You boys shredding or what? You guys making top dog smart money moves or what, huh? Shredlords, what y'all been up to, man? Who in here, and be very honest, who in here is bad at budgeting? To where when you get $1, you don't know what happens to it. Who's really bad at budgeting? Be very honest. We're going to fix that today. We're going to fix that today. I'm going to build you guys the budget of an entrepreneur, right? And it's not going to be as luxurious as you think. It is simply going to be a zero cost, like brutal budget, pure minimalist. And it's gonna be one of those things where it's just like you just have to do it. It just has to get done. You know what I'm saying? So who in here has an immaculate budgeting setup? I used to be bad. Nah, I ain't gonna cap. I'm not gonna try to. Yeah, I was gonna say I used to be bad at budgeting. I've always been good at budgeting. I've been addicted to budgeting. So, how about now? Background noise now? What kind of background noise? Testing. Richard, fix your computer. JK. Oh, an echo? Echo? Oh, okay. Oh, it was my camera. My bad, chat. Bro, my bad. My bad. Sorry. It was a little camera. The camera was catching. Look at Richard out here saving the stream. Anyway, chat. So I figured we gotta look at a 10K a day. That's the first thing we gotta do. The second thing is we gotta catch up on the markets. And then we gotta build like this comprehensive budget. We're gonna start with literally a blank Excel. And we're gonna do like an illustrative budget for like an entrepreneur, literally on Excel, on a blank Excel. And I'm gonna show you guys how to really build something that's like very nice, dynamic, that you can track like every day if you wanted to. Because I'm under the belief, I'm a big believer that what you don't track, you lose track of. Does that make sense? Like whatever you don't track, you're bound to like forget about. Like I think like you need to do like a really healthy habit, chat, of like, especially like in the business world, like tracking every single dollar for the business, for you personally. And if you got like kids and stuff, like tracking their finances so that like there's no like leakage in your wealth. Like the last thing that like somebody needs is to work their butt off building incredible wealth all day and night, just have leakage in somewhere. You see? I need to know how to track my net worth. Bro, just say it already. Richard, just say it. You're a billionaire, bro. Just say it already. We're starting on ground 0. You want to go to ground 10. And we already know you up there like that, top dog, Richard. We already know you up there like that, man. But let's do a little roll call for the top dog Shredlords, though, huh? Richard, my man, is ready for class. Michael, what up, top dog? Good to see you. Hey, no, you're the GOAT, bro. You're the GOAT. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for joining. My boy Chris, what up, top dog Shredlord? Chris, is Twitch working? A-Dub's here early. What up, A-Dub? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing immaculately well, brother. My man, Shasha, what's good with it? What's good? World War III is happening? Man, this stuff happens every 5 to 10 years. You're bound to get something, brother. You're bound to get something. It's on the way, you know. It's okay, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like this stuff, there's conflict all the time, guys. There's conflict all the time. There's bound to be some stuff going on. The thing is, you can't really get too bogged down by these kind of updates. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully everybody everywhere is staying safe though. You know, hopefully people that are out there in the Middle East that are watching the VODs, or if they're live, you're staying very safe. I know Dubai is like a questionable region in terms of safety right now. So if anybody's in Dubai, stay safe, Habibi. Superstar, what up, top dog? ASU professor Hendrik Bessenbinder analyzed nearly a century of data, 1926 to 2023, and found that the median U.S. stock actually loses money, a 7.4% return. In fact, just 4% of all stocks ever created have accounted for virtually all the wealth generated in the stock market. The lesson is that extreme concentration, like today's Mag 7, is not a modern anomaly, it's a historical norm. Interesting. That's a pretty interesting find. So what's he trying to say? We shouldn't be buying index funds? Superstar, what's the read on that, man? Jivada, how you doing, top dog? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing immaculately well. My man, CJ's in the mix. Good to see you, CJ. Hope you're doing immaculately well, bro. Hope the week's going well. Hope the investments are continuing to flow. And hope you're staying healthy and happy, brother. Never had a bad day in his life. Winners keep on winning. My man, Petty Generation. What up, top dog? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing immaculately well. Let's see what's going on in the news, boys. Let's see what's going on in the news. Ooh, chat capital's down a little bit. I ain't scared, though. Scared money don't make no money around here. All right. So now I'm kind of confused, guys, because I just applied for this credit card, and they're asking for like an actual Social Security card. Bro, I have no freaking clue where that thing is. We're gonna have to figure this out. I don't think I've ever used it like a day in my life, bro. Like dead. I don't think I ever used it a day in my life. Okay, it says being a successful trader means you have to be right 96% of the time. This is what those facts means. Superstar, you're trying to steal my shine? Because I'm pretty sure I read the page in a book that said that y'all should just buy index funds. Superstar, are you taking my content, bro? Superstar, are you taking my content, man? Yeah, you're taking my content, my boy. All right, let's catch up on the news first, guys. Let's see what's happening in the. Why am I looking at Samsung Galaxies? What the heck? What the hell? What the hell? Okay, what is this? Okay, where's my mouse? Okay, here we go. Escalating Hormuz crisis raises risk of prolonged closure. These folks are selling fear. Again, a punch in the face. A barefoot general's fight and the coup that unraveled. A scramble for power in West Africa kicked off. 24 hours of gun battles, betrayal, kidnapping, and superstition. Whoa, what the heck? What happened in West Africa, yo? Hey, kid, okay. What up, top dog? Jason, how you doing, top dog? Good to see you, man. I swear, we've made everybody in this chat Hispanic. We've made everybody in this chat Hispanic. And it's all Richard's fault. Que lo que, papi? Nah, we just vibing, y'all. We just vibing. Okay, I'm looking for like the video section. I get lazy. I'm not trying to read these articles. I'm trying to watch a little TV show. Where's Bloomberg video? Bloomberg video. There he is. I want to hear a little bit of commentary because we've literally made everybody in here Hispanic. It's so lit. Trump touts oil supply moves, vows to finish in Iran. What's the IEA? how China will boost domestic demand. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, hold on, chat. We gotta learn about this real quick. This is actually interesting. I don't know. I'm just like so low key interested in like how China plays ball. Let's first hear about the oil companies real quick. Hold on, we got an ad from Drake May. Drake May has given us an ad. Babyface Drake May. Oh, here we go.
They've lost their Navy. They've lost their Air Force. They have no anti-aircraft apparatus at all. They have no radar. Their leaders are gone. And we could do a lot worse to one another. We're leaving certain things that if we take them out, or we could take them out by this afternoon.
Balances portfolio.
That doesn't, bro, he does not talk about the markets. Let's see. What about this one? How China will boost demand. China will boost demand. It's not that I'm not interested. It's not really like a political channel. We like to understand like the fundamental drivers of things. We don't want to hear about the noise. We don't want to hear about the beef. What's the drivers on the business models, the economies, and the markets? You dig? What's this ad? Paylocity? It's like a healthcare thing. I think healthcare tech, HR tech are literally the most overcrowded things in the entire world. If there's any private equity investors listening that have mega funds that they're running on, please consolidate something there.
China got a record bump in Lunar New Year holiday spending this year, but that's seasonal, not necessarily sustainable.
Hey, happy
Hence,
China
Beijing's
Lunar
top
New Year.
priority in the next five-year
Belated
plan through
Lunar New
2030
Year.
is to boost domestic demand. Sure, we've heard such calls for rebalancing before, but with rising uncertainties abroad and excess industrial capacity and falling prices at home, Beijing is, well, banging the domestic consumption drum harder than ever.
Oh, that guy was
An hour's drive
Y'all
from
saw that?
central Beijing and the seat of power sits the largest outlet mall in northern China. Opened in December, the sprawling Wanli commercial and entertainment complex is a gigantic bet that physical
That's huge.
retail is not dead. Like many things in China, this place is absolutely huge. It's 5 million square feet of outlets and leisure space
5
spread over
million
a
square
suburban
feet.
footprint equal to 64 American football fields. Sure,
64
there are
American
the
football
usual
fields?
Western brands, but also many homegrown names most outside of China have never heard of, as Beijing further pivots from its made-for-export model. Where traditional malls are seeing rising vacancies, discount destination outlet malls are springing up nationwide. President Xi says China must fully
Richard
leverage
said
the
Xi Jinping
advantages
is
of
idle.
China's, quote, super large-scale market, aided by sizable investments in AI to boost the sale of goods
Yes,
and
CJ.
services.
HR tech like that.
I think one of the challenges of boosting consumption as GDP is Chinese are never going to spend like Americans or Europeans, so we don't quite know what the number should be. I think to your point, AI will boost also the service sector. That's really the game changer.
Still, there are significant hurdles to overcome. Authorities, for one, are ordering an
This man
end
Richard
to
really
price
says Xi
wars
Jinping
in
is his idol.
everything from EVs to food delivery, a
You better not
deflationary
catch Trump having
spiral
you say
that's
that.
hurt corporate
Trump better not catch you saying it.
profitability
You better be careful,
and
bro.
therefore employment, and therefore household consumer confidence that's already been sapped by a years-long property crisis.
If you look at the experiences of
Hey, if I were a very wealthy, very, very, very wealthy Chinese person, like domestic investment opportunities in China, probably have like, but it's insane the opportunity. Like on the real estate side, they've been going through like a real estate recession in the last like 5 years, right? Their equities have been like virtually unmoved over the last 3 to 5 years. Politically, they got a lot of things going on, but I don't really know so much about. Richard does. But it's just like it's a mega economy that's like ideally ripe for growth. All the stats say that like in terms of like population potential and like intellect, they kind of just have like the like I don't know, their kids I think are smarter than U.S. kids right now. I'm hoping to change that. My kid's about to be smart as heck. My kid's about to be smarter than all the Chinese kids combined. Watch. And then like it's just like if you're like a Chinese billionaire, bro, it's like a playground of investment opportunities. Like it's like China's low key been a little asleep the last few years in this economy. Real estate prices, recession oriented. I don't know what the interest rate environment is like. Anybody know what the Chinese interest rate environment is like? I have no freaking clue. But it's just like this bro, you get to play ball here. You know what I mean? So
other East Asian economies, successful ones like Japan, consumption share of GDP increased.
I think not in terms of magnitude, but I think in terms of narrative, I think Japan is probably like 2 or 3 years ahead of China. Because like Japan, like 2 years ago, was kind of in the exact same situation as China. Sleepy economy, very, very, very low rates. Like they're doing whatever they can to get domestic investment. Real estate values were like dirt cheap. And like travel was like low, but now travel picked back up. Real estate properties are recovering. Equity markets are improving. Like, right. So like Japan is kind of like 1 to 2 years ahead of China, in my opinion. What do y'all think? I could be wrong.
Over a very long period, like 3 to 4.
And I think South Korea is probably like a year ahead of Japan, a year or two ahead of Japan. So in terms of like East Asian countries, I'm bullish most on South Korea, then Japan, then China. I don't know where Vietnam sits. Vietnam's a Southeast Asian country, right? Vietnam is probably my favorite Southeast Asian country because of its like manufacturing capabilities. Don't trust any numbers out of China. The funny thing is, CJ, I ain't even seen no numbers coming out of China. Can somebody get me the sources? Where do I even find Chinese numbers coming from? I don't even know where they come at, you know? Where they at, though, chat? Where they at?
4 decades. So we shouldn't expect that the consumption problem will go away immediately. This is why the government needs to focus more on income.
But for real though, they got some Chinese hoopers. I don't know if y'all noticed, but like them Chinese boys and girls, they know how to ball. Like actually though, like y'all ever seen like the highlights on TikTok? Some of these Chinese basketball players, both guys and girls, they be hooping. Kobe did something Kobe inspired a generation when he visited China. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. Kobe inspired. They all kind of played with that little Kobe move too, like the little spin back fadeaway. That's like the Chinese signature right now.
Income and the confidence of the households.
No wonder leaders are targeting GDP growth this year of as low
Great leaders
as
make them play 16 hours a day.
There's so much chaos in the world. We have wars in multiple places. The U.S. is a bit unstable.
But seriously though, how do I make my kids smarter than Chinese kids? Not like not trying to do like no race war type of thing. But I'm just like curious, like what's the best in class academic encouragement setup? I bet you I can, Richard. I bet you I can. All right, say for example, there's Chinese Kenny, then there's American Kenny, right? Chinese Kenny and American Kenny. 2 guys. One guy has like caramel skin like me. The other guy looks Chinese. We both have a kid, same day. Kids born same day. What's the playbook, right? Early childhood development education, like early stimulus. One guy has a fro, the other guy has slanted eyes. Yes, superstar. You know what I'm saying? Like extracurricular involvement. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't want like rigid study hours or something like that. Like there's gotta be something to where if the kid's born in a certain cohort, like there's gotta be a way to go, like, I don't know. I think the advantage that the Chinese population has is just like they introduce academic rigor earlier on in the life cycle of a kid and their academic journey. I think that's all they do. And then they just have consistency. Like with that rigid environment, you know? Granted, does it make for more well-rounded leaders? I don't know what the data says. I don't know. I think we're starting to see now probably like, because like my generation, like my generation of like friends and fellow classmates and coworkers and stuff. What does that mean? You're wrong, Kenny. What am I wrong about? Me having slanted eyes and a fro? What technology or innovation is the best out of China, Richard? What y'all talking about? Power and true intelligence comes from the outliers. No, facts. I love that. I love the outliers. But I'm trying to get a sense of like, all right, what is the parenting playbook? You know what I mean? Like if a good school had one shot of accepting someone, you know, and the 2 candidates was one from China, one from America. What can I do to ensure that my kid wins that shot? You know what I'm saying? And I think it's taking the approach of like a overall well-rounded child. Like, I don't think you need to over-index on the academic, like, expertise side. I think it's like quality sound academics paired with like extracurricular involvement, leadership, travel, I don't know, like passion projects that are like that tell a good story, you know? I think there's ways to just like craft like a really good compelling story for a kid that's outside of just like academic rigor. I don't think you need to go head to head directly with like the Chinese population in terms of just like test scores. Like I think that's a losing battle. I think of course they're gonna win. They've been doing ACT prep since they were 2 days old, right? But the argument is like, all right, who's gonna make a well-rounded like health practitioner or engineer or CEO or investor or nurse? You know what I mean? I completely agree with Superstar. I think wisdom is the number one. I think wisdom is the number one bet, boys. I think wisdom is key. If you ain't got no wisdom, you out there chalk. What else is happening in the markets? What else is happening in the markets? Is there a business that I should be reading the 10K on, guys? Anybody have a business for me to read my 10K? You know I got to read my 10K a day. Y'all know I got to read my 10K a day. Who got a good business for me? Who got a good business for me? No gatekeeping. No gatekeeping, chat. I know Jason got a business for me. Jason, what you got for me? What you got for me, my boy? My man. What y'all been up to this week, man? What y'all been up to this week? Y'all been hustling, chilling? It's been kind of calm on my side. Ooh, cultural competence. Wait, Jason, I love that. Wait, how do you describe cultural competence? Is that kind of like ooh, TRC? Ooh, we might have some good goop. Wait, do you guys want to play Arc Raiders with me? I say it every stream. Sometimes, man, I just want to be a gamer, chat. All right, should we do Arc Raiders and personal finance? I'm so down for that. I promise, while I play Arc Raiders, I'll answer every single personal finance question you all ever have. And business buying question. As long as you just let me play Arc Raiders. I haven't played it all week. I think that's why. I think I'm having a relapse. It's like I look at this, and it's like... Superstar! You're one strike away from getting banned. You can be a mogul and play video games. You can play $1 billion and play video games. Bro, I read books every day. Superstar, you sound Chinese. All right? See, you sound like you got Chinese... You sound like you got Chinese rigor right now, all right? I'm trying to live my life. Jeez. I'm sick of this, Grandpa. Oh, hey, CJ, you know we don't care about no charts, man. Hey, you know we don't care about no charts, CJ. I care about... Wait, hold on. Is this copyright free? I don't know if it's copyright free. Oops, sorry, guys. I have no clue if that's copyright free. That was a new tune. That was a new tune. I think this one's good, though. All right, let's get smart. Shasha, you gotta let me live, bro. I make $1 billion plays every day for the culture, for my cultural competence. I'm just a boy. All right, let's go to the filings. I don't do too much of this, but it actually might be like quite compelling to see like who's on the board, to see who's like the committees of the different things there, like the leadership. Let's look at Matthew Walker. What's his story? He joined as COO in March 2025, became president and CEO in April. He spent 24 years at a LA-based real estate firm, Lowe Enterprises. He ended his time at Lowe as executive vice president and shareholder, overseeing the firm's hospitality and resort community platform. CJ, how do you feel about this guy, Matt Walker? Boom, 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 boom. Wait, Richard, are you serious? There are a lot of channels doing finance content with gameplay as a background. I heard about that. Jay Shat did that. He's like the OG of doing that. Chart is terrible. The stock could... They're going to develop hundreds of thousands of individual dwellings, key communities, oil and gas minerals. Very long, deep value play. Ooh. My question though is it like this guy is going to be key. You know, land on paper is deeply undervalued. Let's see what they value their land at. Let's go to their filings. Let's see what they value their land at. This thing was supposed to like been come out. Let's do quarterly. They're coming out with earnings soon, I think, right? Or did they already release earnings? The latest I have is as of 9:30 end. Yeah, this is copyright free. I added it yesterday. Huh. Wait, Jason, I love this. Jason, I've made you head of emotional intelligence. Guys, Jason is now promoted to head of emotional intelligence in Chat Capital. Thank you for your contribution, sir. Wait, this is so good. Emotional intelligence application, for example, the appropriate use of figurative speech to enhance the experience in a group setting. I love using idioms. Toca se toca. Expresses it is fated. Wait, sick, bro. Okay, hold on. They got... Let's see what they got on their balance sheet, chat. I can't focus when I got words. I need no words. $3.5 million of cash. Marketable securities available for sale. Wonder what that means. Maybe like bonds they're holding or something. AR, inventory, real estate and improvements held for lease. 60 million of real estate that they own that's already running and operational. 370 million in developments. I assume that's not done yet. This is like the actual fixed infrastructure and like buildings and equipment. But they have net investments in water assets. That's compelling. I'd like to see that water asset. Someone gave them a fat credit line. $91 million credit line. Go crazy, champ. Go crazy. Most of the revenue comes from commercial industrial real estate. They have some mineral resources, farming, and ranch operations. Okay. Ooh, but they're burning money though. And they have a new CEO and they're burning money. New CEO and burning money. check out this cash flow statement. This does. I assume that the stock chart on this, I assume that over the last 5 years, they're down 70%. I'm just assuming based on what I see. Let's take a guess. I never looked at the stock chart. What is the stock? TR. What's the name of the stock? This is Tejon Ranch. TRC. I'm just taking a bet. Oh, it's up 20% in the last year. Interesting. 8% in the last 5 years. Wow. That's interesting. They're one of the largest private landowners in California. It was consolidated from 4 Mexican land grants. Why would Mexican land grants? Why would someone give away their land grants? Guys, where do you think is the most valuable place in the world to own real estate? Okay. All right. But over the lifetime of them being public, they're kind of chalked. Down 60%. You see, I was thinking long term. I was thinking very, very, very long term. You think New York? You guys think New York is all that? I got nothing against New York, chat. It's just like, it's so busy. And it's just like, it's like, bro, now that I live out here in Orange County, it's dirt. It's not like disrespectfully dirty, but it's just like, there needs to be a little bit more like cleaning up the subway stations and like, it's just so many people that it's just like naturally gets dirty. You know? Like walking around outside and on the sidewalk, like you smell and notice the difference in California versus New York. You know? I assume the same in like Texas and stuff. You know? California is pretty dang valuable. Yeah, it's very valuable. What's J-O-E? That's funny. Sorry. All right, St. Joe. Not that Joe. We're talking about this Joe. All right, I'm not gonna look at this. I'm not gonna look at the chart yet. I'm not gonna look at the chart. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. I love how we're building this habit together, guys, of just like a 10K a day. Yeah. All right, this one just released earnings. Let's see what they got for us. Let's see what they got for us. They're based in Florida. All right. I don't know what this business does. So we're going to start here learning from the 10K. St. Joe was incorporated in the state of Florida in 1936. They're diversified real... Well, hold on. This might be a good customer. Oop, not that. This is a customer. Business. I'm gonna add this to our business development initiatives. Remember this? Remember we made this, guys? We made a whole business development thing. St. Joe. All right, St. Joe. The name of the game, chat, is buy yourself a portfolio of cash flow and private businesses and focus on growing those businesses, you know? They're a developer. They seem to be diversified. They're tier 1 relationships. They will want to do all these services. Their location is actually North Florida. Their location is actually North Florida. North Florida. TRC is still ground floor. Ooh. I think they are multiple. We need a contact here. We need a contact here. Boom. We'll handle that later. But for now, let's look at what they do. Let's try to figure out what they do. Okay. So, Diversified Real Estate Development, Asset Management, and Operating Company. They own 165,000 acres of land in Northwest Florida, compared to 167,000 acres and 168,000 acres, respectively. Okay. Wait. Net acreage, they're going down. Okay. Bay Walton Sector Plan that entitles or gives legal rights for us to originally develop over 170,000 residential dwelling units, over 22 million of retail, commercial, and industrial space. Dang. And over 3,000 hotel rooms on lands within Florida's bays and Walton counties. We also have additional entitlements or legal rights to develop acreage outside of the sector plan. Dang. 87% of our real estate is located in Florida's Bay, Gulf, and Walton counties. Dang. Okay. Approximately 90% of our real estate land holdings are located within 15 miles of the Gulf of America. Okay. Our activities span residential, hospitality, and commercial segments, offering a comprehensive range of real estate activities and lifestyle amenities. In our residential segment, we primarily develop and sell home sites across multiple communities through an unconsolidated joint JV. Homes are being constructed and sold in Latitude Margaritaville. There's something actually called Margaritaville? That's funny. All right, let's see what the strategy is. Like if I were like a young high school kid and I wanted to be a developer, I would read stuff like this. It's a free playbook. Here's the strategy. They believe its long-term, owner-oriented capital and management allows us to optimize the value of Northwest Florida real estate by developing residential, hospitality, and commercial projects that meet growing market demand. Our core strategies are to develop long-term, scalable residential communities, grow our hospitality offerings, and expand our portfolio of income-producing commercial properties. This strategy is designed to provide opportunities to build recurring revenues and enterprise value for the foreseeable future. All right, here we go. Capital is invested. Where do they get capital from? I wonder where they get their capital from. I wonder if they only use balance sheet capital or if they raise, oh, they do JVs. Okay, so they get JVs. So they can raise private capital with their capital on their balance sheet. And it's invested to achieve risk-adjusted rates of return. Okay, that's basic. New projects are planned for standalone profitability and to benefit other. You know how many, bro, do you know how many people are out here like playing around investing in like real estate projects and they don't even like build out like an analysis for profitability? Isn't that crazy? Like some people are out there managing millions and billions of dollars and they don't do no type of like math to see if the projects that they produce are profitable. That's on the business side. That's on the startup side. It's on the real estate side. Hey, chat, there's a lot of dumb money out there. All right. Especially in the private world, a lot of dumb money out there. Okay, guys. So be very careful. Don't be dumb money. You see what kind of homework that we do before we even think about a business. Y'all better do the homework too. You know what I'm saying, chat? Y'all better do the homework too. Build a stage and they will come. That's facts. Okay, let's go here. Let's go with this one. I want to hear this one. All right, let's go to their numbers. I understand their strategy now. I understand it now. Oh, wait, this is TRC. Sorry. My bad, chat. All right, here we go. Financial statements. For the boys. For the bungulators. Dang, Shawty, you gonna show us the balance sheet or what? All right, here we go. Jeez. $1 billion in real estate. Okay, so it's $1 billion in real estate compared to TRC has $60 million in real estate. But I wonder where they. I think they probably grouped their developments all into one. They're sitting on $123 million in cash versus TRC sitting on $3 million in cash. TRC's tiny. So TRC's tiny then. You know what I mean? Oh, they're just starting to develop. Okay, I get the parallel now. I get the parallel of how like this is a more mature version of it. How has it worked out in the equity story for St. Joe's though? Has like the playbook work? Granted, there's nuances and differences between the Florida development market and California development market. I didn't, CJ, my bad, bro. My bad. I didn't check the chart. I didn't know it was a 100 bagger. I didn't check the chart. My guy. Hold on. Okay. So, investments held in special purpose entities. $129 million of cash. You know what's actually interesting, guys? Like this cash thing. Like this cash thing is like a real thing. Right? Like when people are making financial statements, like they ask for like 12/31/2025 bank statement. And like the current cash balance on like that bank statement says freaking $129 million. Isn't that insane? Isn't it just like insane to think about it, chat? That like they actually have $129 million worth of cash. St. Joe won't be a 100 bagger. TRC will be. But are they the largest? But like if they're just now starting to do it, think about like how expensive asset prices are here. Like development expense, asset prices, it's just like a almost completely different development ballgame. California versus Florida, right? Florida's dirt cheap in the quote unquote boons in North Florida. I had a friend from the boons. He ended up making it out the hood and working at KKR in private equity. He actually left to start his own fund too. Kind of similar story. I'm not from the boons, but my friend though, he's Hispanic also, and he crushed it. So price per dwelling would be much higher. True, if they can pull it off. This balance sheet is so much cleaner than TRC's though. I appreciate the simplicity of this one. Investments held in special purpose entities. Boom, 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 boom. But the value of their real estate is kind of like mid. But their revenue's going up. This was already built.
Live in the spotlight with Spotify.
This is what's already going up. And this one's profitable. All right, let's see this one. Hold on, let me see. I think, hold on, let's look at JOE stock. This seems a lot better. This seems like the type of business that grows at a 15-20% annually. 60% in a year? What the hell? 43% in the last 5 years? What the hell? Some crazy work. This is some crazy work. But more recently, it's wow, this has done really well recently. They're based in Panama City Beach, Florida. St. Joe Co. But arguably, though, they have the infrastructure, they have the team, they have the leadership, they have the track record, and they have so much more opportunity in Florida. I don't think there's that much opportunity in California to like do more development. Isn't California like how much more space is there to like redevelop? Unless you're like doing teardowns and all that. You know what I mean? Like unless you're like tearing down some stuff, like I don't know how much more stuff, like how much more you can build in California at least. You get me? So that's just like my hesitation with it. This is the only free land. All right. Let's see here. One after clone trim request. Okay. Let's see. So St. Joko out here. I think St. Joko is like a solid name to just like. If you want to bank on North Florida, this is like an index fund for North Florida. I just don't know what's happening with North Florida. I have no clue. I haven't read any blogs, tabloids, or anything on North Florida. I'm a North Florida rookie, y'all. I'm a North Florida rookie. I do know California, though. It's hard as heck to find parking. Unless they're trying to develop like the parts of California that's like from like between here and Vegas. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, there's like a lot going on. Wait, there's land in West. Hey, Richard, let's buy that right now, bro. What would I do with it? Make it an RV park. Oh, they're buying land in Los Angeles County. Where is it? That's crazy. I don't know where this is for sale. That's insane. I just don't know if I believe their playbook. But they might have a good leader. Let's see what this Lowe's Corporation. Where'd the guy come from? Matthew Walker. Low Enterprises. A bum 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 bum. Are they publicly traded? Nope. Okay. Okay. Let's go here on the map. Where the heck do you see available land? If it's in LA County. Everything's occupied unless you're going up here. And it's like deep over here, maybe. CJ, where do you see available opportunity? Where are they gonna develop at? Oh, Tejon Ranch. Oh, is this literally just one ranch? Oh, yeah. Yeah, just what I was saying. It's like deep up here. It's like deep up here. Man, CJ, I'll tell you a secret. Ain't nobody going up to Tejon, Tejon Ranch. There ain't nothing going on up here in Tejon Ranch, man. What they got going on in Tejon Ranch? Let me show you Tejon Ranch. I'm about to do some diligence for you right now before you lose some money on this thing, bro. What they got going on here in Tejon Ranch? Unless you're trying to buy, unless you're trying to have a truck stop. What they doing out here in Tejon Ranch, bro? Let me show you who you're dealing with. This who you're dealing with out here, man. So you got Tejon Ranch. And you got people trying to get to Erewhon. That's a whole hour and a half. All right? It's a whole hour and a half to get from Tejon Ranch to Erewhon. All right? Ain't nobody living up there, though. I don't think anybody's going to live in Tejon Ranch. All right, let's say, for example, they worked and they, I don't know where most people work. Most people work maybe, let's say like most people worked at SoFi Stadium. I don't know. It's a broad assumption. They got to drive an hour and a half. And this is like normal. Like this is like right now, like nighttime. What if I left? What if I left at tomorrow and I left at 7:30 a.m. It's gonna be a 2 hour and 50-minute commute. 2 hour and 50-minute commute. 3 hours to get to work from Tejon Ranch. Isn't this crazy, bro? Hey, what's up, Nath? How you doing, Top Dog? We're trying to buy some land in Tejon Ranch. JK, we're looking at a business right now that that owns a bunch of land and developing land out here in Tejon Ranch. Really? Remote workers? Why would they live there though? They could live like over here. Like this Inland Empire, it's actually not that expensive. And it's like real cities with real communities and stuff. You know what I mean? Black Mamba Trader, what up, top dog? Are they going to be able to buy it cheap there? Yes. Are they going to be able to build 250 dwellings? Yes. Will they have the vacancy rates that they want? That is what I'm questionable on. That what I think is questionable. Because when it comes down to real estate, it's like your cap rate and your vacancy rates, right? I think they're going to have more vacancy rate. Oh, you've been in for the last 6 months? Oh, it's been a bumpy ride. I love how CJ has like conviction. You can't tell that man nothing. He's locked. He's locked. But CJ, if you're in, you need to come here to California, and me and you need to start marketing to all of the communities here, being like, hey, new developments are coming. You all should move there. All right? Don't put your trust in Matthew Walker. Do it. You got to do it yourself, man. All right? Because right now, everyone in LA, they want to live like, boom, you know, in the mix. But granted, they can't afford that. So like, affordable housing and minimum interest. CJ, you pull the trigger like a top dog, man. Hey, I'm being scared money in this, and I know scared money don't make no money. But a 2.5 hour commute just to get to work, unless people are like working over here. Like, I don't think, all right, let's change the thesis. Let's change the thesis. A $1.5 million starter home, that's what they're building? CJ, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Bro, the entire economy of Tejon Ranch is $1 million. Bro, I showed you this. Look. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's SoFi Stadium. What do you mean, a 20-year play? Look at what we got going on in Tejon Ranch. Let's look at the value of this house, actually. I'm very curious. Lebec. Oh, in my area. Oh, I thought you were talking about in Tejon Ranch. I was like, bro, that's definitely not the case. Starter homes in my area? Bro, they're expensive. They're expensive. Let's try to buy a house in Laguna Beach, chat. This one's pretty. Hey, you know I made it if y'all look at my stream, and in my background I got a little ocean view. But look how small it is. It's tiny. It's only 2,000 square feet. $3.7 million. Chat, that can get you a McMansion in Texas. For some reason, though, CJ, I just really like the St. Joe company more. Like, it's like you're kind of buying like a real estate startup. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of almost like a real estate startup. You know what I mean? Like it feels like a real estate startup. Bro, just buy the existing asset. Like, buy the existing player that's dominating in a different market, you know? But granted, the playbook of like buying weird land in weird remote areas, that's kind of what St. Joe did. Like, no one's really like moving to like North Florida. So I assume it's like that local economy is enough. I just don't know the local economy of Tejon Ranch. I've never been there, bro. I don't even think I think I drove through here when I had to go from San Francisco to LA. Chat, what y'all think? Let's put it to a vote. Let's put it to a vote, chat. Put it to a vote. I wonder what y'all think. This is to add it to the watch list. Tejon Ranch, TRC. Are you guys a net buyer? Chat, lock in, lock in, lock in. It's vote time, it's vote time, it's vote time. YouTube poll, YouTube poll. If you're on Twitch, you gotta vote on the YouTube poll. All right, boys. TRC stop. Tejon Ranch. Past year, 20% gain. It's actually solid. They are one of the largest private landowners in California. Here's the business's financials. Did about 28 million in the last 9 months. So these folks pretty much own everything in Tejon Ranch. Kind of crazy. One of the largest landowners in California. That's crazy. It's a valuable thing that they own, though. It's a valuable thing that they own. But it's kind of just like, if they build it, will they really come? You know what I mean? I don't know, chat. Are they actually going to come if you build it? All right, vote in the poll while I set up the infrastructure for our budget. I'm gonna show you how to make $1 billion budget. What they got going on? Let's play a little bit of this. What y'all saying on the poll? What y'all saying on the poll? Look at the current development. Tejon Ranch. I would love to get a tour from this guy. Brand new and millennia old. Pride of work since 1843. These are real ranchers. Was this owned by like an old ranch family? Undiscovered California, closer than you think. Or are they trying to turn it into like I wonder if they're trying to turn it into like I'm curious if they're trying to turn it into like one of those like Coachella or Palm Springs and like what's that ranch thing? You know, like the bougie thing that people do up in farm, oil, and gas royalties. You gotta admit, that is valuable. That is very valuable. Key development. Key community development. I wonder what their story is. A long and uniquely Californian story. Established in 1843 as a Mexican land grant. What does that mean as a Mexican land grant? This land has seen its share of trappers, settlers, outlaws, and soldiers, as well as stagecoach lines and a short-lived U.S. Camel Corp. What happened to the U.S. Camel Corp? Alas, the creatures proved a bit undisciplined for the military. Historic pioneers such as Jedediah Smith, Kit Carson, and John C. Fremont explored Tejon's frontier. With additional land grant purchases by founder General Edward Fitzgerald Beale. an explorer and historic California figure, the ranch grew. And over the decades, they raised crops and animals that included sheep, cattle, and ostriches from their plumes. A Flapper era fashion statement. Ostriches proved ornery too. They're kind of goofy. Now a new chapter of Tejon Ranch begins. What is a Mexican land grant? Is Tejon Ranch like its own city, or is this own like random thing within like the county? It's been trading since 1999. Interesting. They got a multi-family community next to the outlets are fully approved. Nice. They're new communities. I wonder what these things look like though. The Tejon Ranch Commerce Center. This will include distribution centers for IKEA, Caterpillar, and other high-profile brands, as well as fashion, accessory, and home goods shopping at the outlets. This is what it's gonna look like. This is kind of one of those things that like billionaires buy on TV shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever watch one of those like old TV shows where it's like, oh, this is what the kingpin owns, or what he's trying to get approved? Will be a city in 20 to 30 years? I actually kind of believe CJ now on this, because it actually is very close to California. California has to expand. Tejon Ranch is right there. It's only an hour away. Without traffic. 2 hours, 50 minutes with traffic. Let's not forget that. That's actually crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Gary, my man, what's up, top dog? Good to see you, Mike. Hey, happy Wednesday, Shred Lord. Garrett, you buying land? You buying land or what, mate? What we doing here? We buying land or what? Mountain Village. All right, chat. I think it's time to build a budget. It's Wealthy Wednesdays. Let's build a budget, chat. I need to show y'all how to save some money. Y'all out here buying stuff like Tejon Ranches. You won't need to go to downtown LA in the future. Yeah, you will. Bro, where you gonna do karaoke at? Where you gonna get y'all drinks at? CJ, you gotta understand, LA people, they're bougie, bro. LA people are bougie. They need their entertainment, man. They need their entertainment. They need to be in the scene. They don't want to be on no ranch. Like this type of stuff, this is like a getaway weekend type of vibe for like the Biebers. Much of LA, bro, they're sitting there in Venice watching freaking reality TV shows. W Boogie, where Boogie at? Boogie in the mix? Hey, top dog, what up, Boogie? How you doing, Shred Lord? All right, chat. So Tejon Ranch, I don't know. Tejon Ranch is down 60% since 1999. They own like the largest land in the Tejon Ranch area. I guess they own Tejon Ranch. It's an hour and a half away from LA. With traffic, 3 hours. It's dirt cheap right now in terms of purchase price. But is it? I don't know. CJ, this is a risky bet, bro. If you're going to do real estate, just like freaking buy a REIT. Or invest in like B REIT or like something else that like spits out yield. And I don't know. I think it's like it gives me venture capital style energy in a real estate play. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's build a budget. But all right, so if we're making a budget, what kind of budget we talking, chat? Alrighty. All right, let's get it going. So, you got to break it down in terms of, I wonder what's the best way to do this. I think the best way for us to do this. Huh? You spend 2.3 a month for everything? How's that possible? Are you East Coast, West Coast? Boogie spends more on that on his haircuts. All right, good. All right. Housing, insurance, transportation, food, entertainment. You own your house though, right? Or do you rent? Minneapolis? I thought you left. Hi, Boogie. My bad. He spends $5,000 a month on his haircuts. You want a copy of the budget? Do you have $10? Just kidding. I'm kidding. All right. What are the main categories of life? Category. Like the main categories of life are what? Like housing, food, entertainment, transportation. Like, what are the essentials? Like, start spamming them in the chat. What are the essentials, guys? Tap in, y'all. Can you find us with the $10 person on the budget? I'm kidding. This is all free. Oh, insurance? Okay. It's easier if I just like... It's easier if I just spam these out. Okay. So, number one. Rent, mortgage. Next. Rent/mortgage. Then there is... renter's insurance. Then there's home insurance, if it applies to you. There is utilities, phone, internet. We're calling everything housing. This is housing. What else is in housing? We're putting it all out there now, and then I'm gonna back into showing you guys like how much you should be spending in each, based on income. Landscaping, maintenance. That's facts. Baggins way out. What's up, top dog? Taxes. We're gonna add that to taxes. Maintenance. There's groceries. Okay, so when it comes to food, there's groceries, dining out, Superstar, you still on that same Arizona study? Superstar left and came back. He's talking about the same study. Bro, buy an index fund. All right, so when it comes to food, inviting Shorty to a $100 meal restaurant, we'll put that in the dining out category. Oh, okay. Then there's personal care. And then when it comes to like Seems like an AI bot or something. What is the Cialis pill? Oh, like medication? Okay. So, medication. Oh, Viagra? Oh, that's Viagra. Oh, what? Oh, shoot. Oh, dang, bro. Oh, snap. I didn't know you. My bad, champ. All right, personal care, vitamins. Did we say health insurance? Okay, health insurance. What did you say, Richard? Jim. And this is as a single person, not relationship. Dental. Vision. And for taxes, I'm gonna back into that. We're gonna have like the gross expenses, and I'm gonna net up to figure out what you need to make gross, assuming a 30% tax rate. What's PLNT? $10 a month? What is that? Skincare? Okay, so on the personal care, it's kind of like what is it called? Toiletries? Right? Personal care products. Oh, haircut. Grooming. Oh, Planet Fitness. Go China takes a pain away, you know. Okay, what else? It's okay, you know. Go China makes the pain away, you know. It's like personal care products that you get at Target and stuff, like deodorant, shampoo, like hair oil or something like that. What else? Dang, y'all boys needy. Y'all got all this? We ain't even halfway done yet. Transportation. So for transportation, there's your car note, gas, electricity. All right, parking. Entertainment. Gold chain, ain't the chain away, you know. Okay, so if we're gonna do entertainment, yeah, travel, hotels. This is monthly. Rental cars. It's okay, you know. We're gonna arrive at a number around how much does it cost to live as a man. It's okay, Movies. What else? That's what I'm trying to say. Guys, we're missing big ones. Savings and investing. Roth IRA. HSA. That's a damn shame that this is a finance channel. It took out this long to put the saving and investing. It's all good though. No hard feelings. What we talking about, guys? What else is there? Let's see if y'all missing anything. you now. Okay, rent, car note, fuel. Oh, shopping. Like clothes and stuff, clothes and gadgets. Do we add car insurance? Car note, fuel, car insurance. Does Costco go to our groceries though? Right. All right. Let's pick a city and state. I'm gonna call this Miami, Florida. All right. So in order for us to build this budget, we got to make this like real and logical. Let's assume that we don't own the house. We're just renting. Okay. What's the average rent for a 1-bedroom in California? Let's find an apartment. Oh, I found a studio for $1,200. Where is this stuff? Oh, it's in Brownsville. Last time I was in Brownsville, didn't work out too well. In New York. Let's do a 1-bedroom. Let's do Coconut Grove. Let's see. $1,700? It seems 2,000 is kind of reasonable, right? Or is this like fake? Is this like fake news? Right? Where would you guys live? $10,000. Okay, let's start by price. We can't afford anything over, let's say, 3,000. 2,000 is average. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do average to $2,000. Okay. Renter's insurance. How much is renter's insurance, guys? Per month, that's what, like $15, right? Average renter's insurance. It says in Florida, it's around $15 a month. Okay. Now utilities. Garrett, for utilities, what's like the average utilities cost? We're gonna add notes here. Where's the one that I had? It was like a Tokyo sound, Tokyo music, yeah. All right, when it comes to utilities, electricity could be $50 to $100. Let's just assume total it's around like $200 for electricity, heating, gas, water. Let's assume that, right? Phone bill. The average phone bill is what, $100? Let's get very realistic though. AT&T phone bill. Wireless plans. I think you can get it for like $75, chat. $70? Yeah, I think like $75. AT&T. Internet though, internet. AT&T, ooh, internet and wireless bundle. What kind of bundles they got? Say that it's 100. Because you need a gigabit internet to make this internet money, right? I don't think you have to pay this if you have an apartment. Ooh, Verizon Home's 40. But we need that fast internet though. We need that streamer internet. All right. So landscaping and maintenance, I'm taking this off because I don't think that's a thing. Now, how much do you guys spend a month on groceries? Not dining out. Like pure groceries. Gotta stream Arc Raiders. I need that gigabit, boys. 300 to 400 on groceries? Dang, Richard, you be eating, bro. Dang, Richard, you be eating, cuz. That boy Richard be eating, cuz. 450? Dang. What do y'all be eating? Now, is that above... Is this like above average or is that okay? Steak and fish. Y'all eating like kings. Okay, $400. Healthy organic foods. 500 to 600. Where do you guys eat? Or shop? Fine, 500. No shot, you're shopping at Aldi and Costco. Bro, I shop at Aldi. You can't even get everything in the entire inventory at Aldi's $500. Costco probably where it gets you then. Probably where Guatemala. What the heck is that? That sounds super Floridan. Dang, y'all actually eating $500 worth of... What the heck? Okay, now what about dining out? B-Rod shopping at Walmart? Hey, me too, bro. Okay, what about dining out? This is like personally, not dates. We're gonna add a section for dates and like date night. Grass-fed ribeyes and fruit is much better at Aldi. 0 on dining out. Okay, let's assume each week our expenses been at $500 dining out. Dang. Okay, but like, but what's the context though? Is that like for lunch at work? Like you go get lunch at work, or is it like you buy a dinner, or is it like on a weekend you treat yourself to like a nice $100 meal or something like that? Pack lunch? Hey, I'm about to be packing my butt off with lunch. I'm about to give me a little lunch pail. You go out once every month, every other month maybe? Eat out once a week on average. Okay, let's assume. Wait, but what do you guys do for lunch though? But for like lunch, are you guys like eating out for lunch? Or no? What about this song? Sometimes a Chick-fil-A once every blue moon. Okay, guys. Let's assume we buy lunches and we do Chipotle lunch. Oh, fasting or beef sticks. That's really healthy. That's good. That's really healthy. Let's assume we do Chipotle lunch, as well as one dinner per weekend. Is that a fair assumption, guys? That is true. Leftovers for lunch do go hard, but it's kind of safe to assume Chipotle lunch each week, plus like one dinner for ourselves. And if we're gonna do that, Chipotle lunch is it's like $12 times 5 during the workday, plus one fancy lunch or one fancy dinner on the weekend, and call that $50 on ourselves. Right? So something like this, but that's per week. We've got to multiply that times 4. And I think that's how we arrive at our expense number. 440. Right? I think that's reasonable. All right, how much are we spending on medications? I don't need Viagra. I'm young. Who said Viagra in here? It wasn't Shasha, was it? It was Superstar. Like how much do people spend on lunch or medication? Maybe like what, like $50? Right? Something like that. You haven't been to a doctor in 9 years? CJ, please go to a doctor. CJ, please go to a doctor. We're gonna call this vitamins, protein, etc. Right? I assume like it's like our organ protein and all that stuff, like nutrition stuff and supplements. Now, health insurance. I just went through this process. Health insurance monthly is $450 for me. Solo health insurance. CJ runs 5.3 minimum miles and works out like a beast. CJ's about to live to 150, so we can see his TRC play pop off. I see what you're doing. It's all related to this Tejon Ranch. It's all related to this Tejon Ranch. All right, vision is actually, that's cheap. That's like $10. Dental, that's like $20. So dental. Okay, now, questionable. Gym. I know this is debatable, guys. I'm gonna put it out there. I go to Equinox. I admit, terrible use of dollars, but it does have strategic fit. I used to have it because everywhere I traveled, there was likely one nearby that I can just go straight from the airplane to the local Equinox, work out, shower, steam room, shower, hit my meetings, hit the hotel, and I'm rolling. But what's a good chain of a gym? Isn't one like Crunch? Is Crunch Fitness good? Isn't Crunch good or no? Lifetime? Gold's Gym? Should we call that $100? $100 for gym? Or is that too much? What do y'all think? $100? $60? $60 for gym? 60 for gym. We're gonna call it Gold's, Crunch, etc. All right, so you guys are telling me to cancel my Equinox membership, huh? Okay, haircuts. How much you guys spend on haircuts? Do you guys get it once a month? Twice a month? When I had low hair, I had to get it twice a month. And mine were like $50 per haircut. We shouldn't talk about that, CJ. You don't want to know, bro. Equinox is more expensive than Lifetime. Richard, excuse me. You go to a barber that charges 12. Does your barber? I don't want to be rude. Does your barber know about inflation? Oh, barber school. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're getting your hair cut by students. Richard, bro, I swear to God, bro. Don't let no chop student try to trim up your hair, bro. Don't let no, bro. A man ruining his haircut, you ruin your whole week, bro. A haircut is vital to your aura. It is critical for your aura. You can't be out here, bro. All right, let's do this. Okay, so haircut, we're gonna assume. Wait, CJ, what did you say? You said $40 per haircut? $40 every 2 to 3 weeks? Okay, so we'll do $80. $80 a month is fine on haircuts. That is true. Gotta save money. But don't save on your aura. This is gonna be so detailed. Y'all are about to be like, dang, this is like... You could be like, dang. All right, almost done. Personal care products. How much do guys spend on like deodorant? I get my stuff from Costco. Get mine done at Little Vietnam. That's funny. CJ, you better be saving up for our trip to Vietnam, bro. All right, personal care products. Like, I buy mine at Costco, and I spend probably like $20 a month on just like deodorant, shampoo, conditioner. $20, $30. This is like deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, body wash. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, car note. Car note. What are we talking about? I'm going. Bro, we going. Look at CJ already trying to exclude me from the trip. Look at that. We CJ is already trying to exclude me from the trip. That's crazy work. I didn't give y'all billions of dollars worth of plays, and CJ wanted out here to exclude me from the trip. Come on, man. You ain't gotta be cold like that, twin. All right. On the car note side. I pay about $800 a month for my car note. And this is like a Tesla. Car insurance, for me, it's like $200. I agree. We're not going into debt. We're not going into debt for this, boys. All right, so the car note is that Geico. What's crazy? I'm not buying cash for a car, bro. Why would I pay cash for a car? I got it in a low interest rate environment. Okay, so the fuel, electricity. How much do I spend on gas? I probably spend $100 on charging. Supercharger. Twice a week. I would get a bike. I mean, I do have a bike. $150 a month for a car? Times have changed, CJ. Times have changed, bro. Okay, for parking, let's assume like you're going out and you're parking. You're probably gonna have to pay like $30 at the spot that you're parking at. And you're probably going there like twice. You're probably going out twice a month. $60 on parking. Oh, 150 on gas? Okay, 150 on gas. 2x parking at entertainment. Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad. We're getting here, chat. We're getting here. We're getting there. All right, now, let's say we're traveling. How often are we traveling? And we can assume that we're like saving and depositing for like a travel fund, right? Is once a month travel good? A man's got to see the world, you know? So let's assume that like you're traveling once a month. Your flights. I mean, insane. What's insane? Trip once per month. It's essential, guys. It's essential. You got to get out there and see the world. Do not be buying no girls, no Birkin bags. Buy yourself a flight to freaking someplace you've never been. Get yourself outside your comfort zone. See something that will freaking change your life. Twice a year, you got to up that. You got to up that, Richard. You got to up that. You know? Flights these days. But let's assume you're doing like normal stuff. Nothing crazy. So normal stuff. So like $500 on a flight. I mean like going from like here to like Oregon. And going beautiful hiking in Oregon for a weekend. You know what I'm saying? And you're paying like $250 for a hotel. Right? Like a $250 for a hotel or Airbnb. And these ain't no like crazy banger trip. These are kind of like essential ones. You're paying like $100 for a rental car. Right? It's not bad, low-key. You're driving most of the time? You just got your passport last month? Hey, WCJ, that's epic, bro. If you just got your passport last month, that's actually amazing. The world's your oyster now, man. Okay, chat. So for subscriptions, there's Netflix, HBO, like Google Drive, iCloud, all these dang subscriptions. What else? Disney Plus. All right. Let's assume all that comes out to 100. Going out to the movies, maybe like go to the movies like once a month, maybe. Costs like $25. How much does it cost to go to the movies, Richard? For that and popcorn, $25. I don't think there's good enough movies out in the theaters to see something once a week. I think there's one that go like once a month. And then going shopping monthly for like clothes and gadgets. It could be like cologne, shoes, a nice shirt. How much you guys spending? I don't go shopping. Are you going to Sweden in a month to find, bro? You're about to find your blonde-haired, blue-eyed goddess. All right. You're gonna find your blonde-haired, blue-eyed goddess. $100 a month. But y'all really buying clothes like that though? Call it $100. $100 a month. Minimal shopping. 25. Yeah, I go to Goodwill. If I need to go shopping, I'm going to like Goodwill or vintage shopping. $50 max. All right, now this is the problem here, boys. This is the problem line item. Date night. Date night, boys. If you got a girl, or if you're trying to court one, regardless, it's expensive. Because I tell y'all this. If y'all taking girls out on dates and expecting them to split half of it, you shouldn't be taking them on a date in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So how are we approaching dating when it comes to the budgeting? I oppose Nobu on the first date. I oppose fancy dinner dates on the first date. If it's a first date, boys, bro, take it to a coffee shop, get matcha, free museum, right? And if food, it's like a daytime lunch spot where it's like 15, 20 bucks max. So let's assume per date, all in 50 bucks. Ice cream, snack. That's okay. Now the question is, how many dates? How many dates? Like, are these dates? Like, we gotta ask ourselves, boys, like, how many dates? Once a week? Once every 2 weeks? 3 times a week? How many times? Maybe once a week? 1 date a week? We'll do 75 per date times 4. Dang. One date per week at 75 per date. All right, Roth IRA. This one we can get more practical with. Contribution limit, y'all need to be maxing this out. 7,500 divided by 12. And then the HSA is 4,400. What the heck? All right. Are we missing anything in this budget? There's probably more categories we're missing here. But let's just assume this is the total. Woo-wee! Damn, boys. 7,600 per month. Right? Now here comes the real work. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Guys, I don't even drink alcohol or smoke, so I totally forgot about that. Do we smoke in this illustrative example? Are we drinking or smoking? Nah. Let's assume we don't drink or smoke. How about that? You know? Let's just assume we don't drink or smoke. All right, okay, so. Required annual earnings. And nothing against it if you do it. It's just more of just like it's a healthy, it's not a healthy, it's an expensive endeavor, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. All right? Monthly burn. Your monthly burn is this. Annual. Nope, no vices in this one. No drinking, no smoking, no gambling, no adult. Ooh, strip clubs? Ooh, shoot. We gotta add a strip club budget though. Bird City! Just kidding. I'm joking. All right, so that's the annual burn is $92,000. Tax rate. Tax rate is gonna be, let's see, 27%. All right. Let's do 30. Required annual gross income. Hold on, Treadlords. Then there's the tax rate, and then there's the savings and investing rate. Oh shoot, my bad, Treadlords, my bad. So what I'm doing right now is taking our monthly burn, annualizing that, taking our tax rate, as well as taking our like mandatory saving and investing rate. And I think you should always save at least 20% of your income. Right? So what you have is you have this annual net burn divided by the sum of this to gross up to see how much you actually need to be making. That means in order for you to actually be playing ball, you need to be pulling in $183,000 to do what it is we outlined that we want to do. Well, let's just see what our total contributions are. All right? All right, what's our total? Your total investment contributions. You have your Roth IRA. You have your HSA.
At Cox, your internet.
At Cox, your internet is into. Okay, here we go. You have your HSA, and then you have like your brokerage, savings, and investing. All right. This is going to be this times this. Oh yeah. And then for this, you have your HSA times 12. And then for your Roth IRA, you have this times that. Oops, times 12. Just so you guys can get an illustration of what it is, right? Total annual savings and investments. All right. And then we have expected return. Dolly. 10.5. Dale con dale. Let's see here. Let's assume we're like, I wonder what our wealth's gonna be when we're like older. Okay. What's the return thing where it's like, okay. Retirement balance, okay. Years invested. Let's assume that we do this for 35 years. Right? Let's assume we're doing this for 35 years. Let's assume you're the average age of like, let's do 40 years. Let's assume you're 25 years old. You're doing this for like 40 years and you want to retire at 40 or 65. So you do 40 years. Right? Equals. Let's see. I think it's gonna be, it's like future value equals FV. The rate is gonna be the interest rate of this. Number of periods, 40. And your contributions is this. You have this. End of period. Well, oops. Why is it negative? There we go. That's not a bad setup. Right? You guys follow me? Arthur Onaya said I need at least 3 acres. All right. That's not a bad setup. Now let's say we left it in for 60 years. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. 50, 40, 30. Damn, the difference between 30 and 40 years is crazy. 30, 40, 30, 40. Okay, so you guys get the gist? We're spending too much. Oh, you see my shirt? Tar Form? It's one of my friend's motorcycle companies. Based in Brooklyn, boys. It's like cool, fancy motorcycles. They're electric, though. It's kind of sick. Okay. Focus. Anyway, boys. We're dropping way too much cash. But if we can get if we can get to 182 per year of annual income, I think we should be good, right? Now, here's where a lot of folks slip up. They're chilling on the saving and investing side. They only do their Roth IRA and HSA. So they do no incremental saving and investing. Right? Right? Okay. So if you didn't save and invest, all you need was $130,000. But if you did save and invest, you need 182. But if you didn't save and invest, you're only sitting at like a $6 million balance when you want to like retire. That's not going to cut it. That ain't going to cut it. $6 million you want to retire? Forget about it. That ain't going to last 2 weeks. But if you do save 20% of your income, Schroeder, you're looking at $27 million. Got it! Right? You see? That's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to show you guys the importance of like saving 20% of your income. And what's 20% of your income? 36 grand a year. It's not a crazy amount if you're pulling in 180. Utilities? I think we added utilities, did we? Yeah, we did 200 for utilities. Is that too low though? We did 2,000 for rent, 1,500 for renter's insurance, 200 for electric, heating, gas, water, 75 for phone, $100 for your internet, 500. You guys are spending $500 on groceries. That's crazy work. Y'all actually grocery shop. Well, I guess it makes sense. If you get groceries, 100 groceries a week, $100 worth of groceries a week, that makes sense actually. Never mind. Dining out for like lunchtime and one dinner a weekend. Medications and vitamins for you guys' Viagra. Health insurance, dental, vision, gold gym, $40 haircuts every 2 weeks, $30 for like deodorant, car note, car insurance, fuel and electricity, parking, travel, flights, hotels, rental cars, subscriptions, movies. $300 on date night. Hey, the girl's gonna be pissed. The girl's gonna be pissed. Think about, you only gonna take me out on a $75 date? Babes, I'm trying to retire with $27 million. Lock in. Hey, tell her, lock in, Shredlord. And then you do your mandatory contributions to your HSA and your IRA. You do something like that. Your annual burn, a monthly burn is $7,600. Your annual burn, $91,000. Tax rate, 30%. Savings and investing rate, 20. You're gonna need about 182,000, boys. We live in poor until we get more, shorty. Hey, that's what y'all gotta tell them. But this is if you do like 11% return. Just imagine if you got 15%. Sheesh. That's why it pays to have conviction, boys. Isn't that crazy, though? Investing in something that gets a 4% incremental better average annual return. Takes you from a 30 million, or 10 and a half, 27 million to a $100 million return. Isn't that absolutely crazy? Compounding is nuts. Compounding is actually nuts, boys. Just tell Shawty I'm trying to hit a $100 million portfolio. So if you get it, this is good math. If you guys tell yourself that like, all right, I want to hit $100 million. All right, if you want to do that, stick to only spending $7,600 a month. Try to earn 182 grand or 200 grand if you can. Save 20% of that. Max out your Roth IRA. Max out your HSA. Invest in something that gets you 15% annually. That could be QQQ. That could be Mag 7. If you do single equities, be careful, but just like be diligent. And then just leave it in the market for a very long time. All right? So this is the proof point, boys, of like how you can articulate to Shorty. Hey, I need to hit this if we're trying to like, you know, if we really want to make it, if we want to hit 100 M's for our kids and grandkids, boom. And then you guys know the That's retirement balance. Then there's generation 2 balance. Let's say they play it safer. But they keep it for 70 years. Jesus Christ, that's actually insane. That's crazy. And if they hold it for another 30 years, they can be billionaires. and you just tell them, leave it in an index fund. They can become billionaires. And that's just 30 years. If they hold it for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, right? Dude, it's crazy. The math is nuts. Like, lock in, Shred Lords. What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Just have kids and tell them not to sell it for 50 years and you guys got 15 billion. And don't even get me started on generation 3. Let's say you only got 10.5%. Let's say you all invest in the exact same thing. What if like you put all your wealth into like a VOO index fund and you hold it for 40 years and every year you put 50 grand into the VOO. When you're ready to retire, you're sitting at like 27 mil, right? I like this song. This song goes to the playlist. You're sitting at 27 mil, but then you pass it down to your kids using a step-up basis, no tax hit, and you tell your kids, hold this for 50 years. You literally put in your trust that they can't sell, right? You just put in the trust that they can't sell. And it's another 50 years. And you kind of like almost guarantee like $1 billion setup. You get me? You get me? And tell them that they can only live off of like dividends. And let's assume that like you have like a 1% dividend rate. Like annually, 1% of the portfolio is like in dividends. They can't live off of $40 million annually? Chalk. You know what I'm saying? You get me, guys? It starts with you. Spending reasonably. Paying your taxes. Saving as much as you can. Going above and beyond basic retirement savings. And just dumping everything you got, 20% of your income, into saving and investing. You invest it simply in an index fund and you go touch grass. You do that for 40 years. And this is when you retire. Let's just assume like you like actually don't retire and you hold it for like 60 years, bro. 200 mil. Crazy snowball effect, right? Let's keep things reasonable though. Let's assume that like you keep it for 30 years, your family keeps it for another 30 years, right? Still good. But I like 40 and 50. 40 and Betty's. 40 and 50 sounds better. And if anybody's here that's like a teenager, well, if you're a teenager, you're not making $182,000. But like working adults that just finished school and have something like this, you better lock in, chat. So when I play this song and you're like, oh my gosh, why are you playing this song so much? It's not even possible.
I mean, I don't really care about how you feel.
Check the maps, Shredlord.
I don't even really have a real hobby. That's not a real problem.
Check the maps, Shredlord.
I need $1 billion. Let's be real about it.
All you gotta do. Try to make 182, which is possible, gents. Save 20% of that. Put it in an index fund, get your 10.5% return. Hold that mother lover for 40 years. You're set for like yourself as a dude, and hopefully your wife and kids. But you put in your trust that this entire balance cannot be liquidated we keep this in the market for another 50 years in an asset that's diversified in an ETF and index fund. Next thing you know it, their clock resets another 50 years. You're sitting at $1 billion. You don't even need 50 years for it. I think in 45 years or 40 years, 35 years. Yeah, 37 years is when you actually hit that, or 36. Is when the family hits that $1 billion mark. And what's your age? Realistically, if you started when you were 25, that means when you're 101 years old, that's when you became a billionaire. You get what I'm saying? But you want to know what's massive? What if? What if? What if instead of 20%, you save 30%? I just want to show you guys how massive it is. This is what it looks like with
let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby.
I'll show you guys what it looks like with 30%.
And I still got it. I need $1 billion. Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby. It's not a real problem.
Right?
And I still got it. I need $1 billion. Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys what happens when you have... Oops. Let me show you guys what happens when you go from, instead of a 20% savings rate, you go to a 30% savings rate. You're going to need to make more money. But let me show you what happens. You go from a 20% to a 30% savings rate. It's kind of nuts, right? Look at the difference. Look at the difference. You're essentially like adding $32,000 more of annual savings and investings. Your personal retirement balance literally goes up 20 million. Your family's net worth goes up by $2.7 billion, all because you decided to save annually $32,000 more. Like, what's like the actual delta hit to you? Like your lifestyle hit. The actual lifestyle hit to you is 32,000 incremental more dollars. Like 32,000 incremental more dollars can lead to $20+ million of equity value for you personally. But for your family's wealth, when you're like 100 and you're long gone and they're compounding your wealth, is $2.7 billion. Isn't that actually crazy? Like you deciding to go instead of 20% of saving and investing to 30 does absolute wonders. But if you just, maybe if you just do 25, if you just do 25 and you save $15,000 more dollars, you're still adding $1 billion incrementally in terms of net worth to your family name. So put that into context when you guys are like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna just ball out this month. I don't want to save and invest this month. You're costing your family billions of dollars. You get me? Like you're costing your last name, you're costing your legacy billions of dollars. You know? Like most people do zero, right? Most people do nothing. And if you do nothing, you've cost your family $3 billion. It's okay if you do 10, that's something. It's all right if you do 20. It's even better, 30. If you're a dog, you save 50% of your income, that's hard. Granted, it's very hard to do that, but I would say at least, gents, at least do 20%. At least do 20%. Okay, and then this, and then this percent. Oh, what's the? I'll do that. Okay. Anyway, I forgot how to do that. But that's the play, boys. That's the play. So, with that, billionaires on 3. 1, 2, 3 billion. I'm joking, Shredlords. I'm joking. Now, the key is I got to figure out how to make $182,000. It's not hard. It's not like impossible. It's not like impossible. Not impossible. So, all right, I'll save this. If you guys want this, I can give this to you. Let me know if you want it. Remind me on Discord. Oh, I didn't have the Discord thing. No. Shredlords. Yeah, we've been crushing it. Smart money players, y'all funny. Get your butts in the Discord server. It's time for a kick deal. Hey, never in my life you gonna catch me on the kick. Y'all lucky I'm on YouTube and Twitch. Last year I contemplated being like one of them quiet, low-key, silent billionaires that no one knows about. But then I was like, nah, I want to feed families, man, with the content. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, chat? But this is all it takes, man. Save your dollars, boys. Save your freaking dollars. Look at the delta there. You just wanted to save $32,000 more dollars. Can lead to 18 million for you, 2.7 billion for your family. It's insane. It's crazy to think about. And that's if you're putting in like literally a basic index fund. Just imagine if you were like a hedge fund, smart money Shredlord. And just imagine if you had a portfolio of cash fund businesses doing 40% plus annual free cash flow yields. Then these numbers become ungodly. Wait, I'm giving you guys the basic blueprint here, right? We'll save that for part 2, boys. Shall we? Shall we? Anyways, my dogs. That was fun. You guys spend way too much on healthy food and dates. But that's neither here nor there. We're just having fun. We're having fun, boys. We're having fun. This right here, this is real goop. This is real goop right here, boys. All right? So as always, take care of yourselves. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Take care of your camp. Look after who's looking out for you. Take care of your mental. Take care of your investments. Don't be spooked by the markets. Don't be spooked by what's happening out in the world. Scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money, all right? And I catch you, Shredlords Lily, back here tomorrow, doing some more fun stuff, smart money style. But I catch y'all later. Appreciate all the love and support. Let's make $1 billion, boys. What about it? All right? Dale. Oh, I catch you guys literally tomorrow. I appreciate it. Start saving, start investing, and get the heck after it, all right? I catch y'all later. Dale. Bye. Save 30%. Peace, guys.
Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care.
Y'all like I'm not about to give y'all the playbook and make $1 billion freaking dollars. Are you kidding me? You think I'm gonna sit here and be on freaking Kick or some of those other dumb streaming platforms and just freaking pay some OnlyFans models to shake their butts? No. I'm showing you guys the playbook of how to literally make $1 billion. This was just off of this is all just off of an index fund. It was literally just off of an index fund. I haven't even showed you guys if you invested in alternative assets like private equity, a hedge fund. Some of these hedge funds doing 30% clips, boys. Get after it. Shredlords, get after it. All right, y'all. I'll let y'all later. Peace.
Hustle, I'm about to relapse. I'm getting all this money just from making these apps. Hope they take care of my hood when I'm paying each tax. I'm managing my waist, so they saying he's trash, but they look me up on Google, they be keeping these tabs. Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby. That's not a real problem, and I still got it. I need $1 billion. Let's be real about it.